What's up, you guys, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're already a part of the family, then welcome back. Thank you guys for coming over and watching another fragrance video with me. If you're into fragrances, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button before you click off this video, please, and thank you. All right, in today's video, we're gonna get into the newest release from Burberry. This is Burberry Her Elixir, okay? Now, initially I was calling it like the Burberry Her trilogy, but there are actually several Burberry Her fragrances. And I'm just wondering at this point, how many Burberry Hers do we really need? Okay, so there's the original, there's the Burberry Her Intense, there's the Burberry Her Eau de Toilette, there's the Burberry Her Blossom, there's the Burberry Her London Dream, and now we have the Burberry Her Elixir. Okay, listen, Burberry, I'm done with y'all. Okay, I'm done with y'all. Like, I'm so done with y'all when it comes to these Burberry Her fragrances. You can release 20 more if you want to. This one will be my very last one, my very last flanker of Burberry Her. Like, I just don't understand how many versions of this fragrance we actually really need. Now, you're probably like, well, why did you buy it? I bought it because it's actually really good, okay? It's actually fire. We're gonna get into it, okay? Now, I do want to touch on the two that I have. Now, I don't have the original release, which is the regular plain old Burberry Her. I don't have that one. I don't have a full size bottle, I should say. I do have it in this cute little roll-on, and as you can see, I have worn it a little bit, like when it first came out. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background on Burberry Her, it actually, like, when it came out, it was very popular. Like, everybody went out and grabbed it and bought it. Reason being is because everybody was comparing it to Baccarat, okay? And I could see, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I didn't get the whole Baccarat out of Burberry Her. What I got was like a sweet, pretty cherry chapstick smell. That's what I got. And the original just didn't wow me. It didn't move me. I didn't feel like I needed a full-size bottle. I went back and forth with that fragrance, the original, for a very long time. And the only thing I could commit to was this. That's it. That's the only thing I could commit to. Like, I wanted this in my collection. I liked it, but mostly so I could compare it to the Intense version. Now, getting on to the Intense. Before I move on, now I will tell you this. Burberry Her doesn't smell like Baccarat to me. If it smells like anything, like it's similar to anything, I would say Cloud by Ariana Grande. That's it, okay? Now, moving on to the Intense. So shortly thereafter, Burberry released their Burberry Her Intense, okay? And this one I love. Like, even though the bottle is still full, I still love it, okay? Keep in mind, I am dwindling down my collection, and this one is actually gonna stay in my collection, okay? Because I do love it. I love that cherry chapsticky smell, but this one has it's more woods in the base. It's a little warmer in the base. So in the base you have benzoin, and benzoin to me does the same thing that amber does to me and some other resins. Benzoin is a resin, so anytime I smell a fragrance with the note of benzoin, it smells warm, it smells sweeter, okay, a little heavier, almost a little woody, but more so it gives me more of a warm feeling, a warm sensation whenever I smell fragrances that have benzoin in the base, okay? So that's why I love it. As you can see, I do have a tiny little dent in it, like it's real tiny, but I'm keeping this one. And I was heartbroken when I found out that the Intense version has now been discontinued, and I thought about getting a bit bigger bottle, but I was like, nah, I'ma chill, because I really hadn't used this one, the one that I have. But I don't need a backup bottle anymore, you guys. I don't need a backup bottle. You know why? Because I now have the Elixir, okay? I have the Elixir now. And the Elixir, we're gonna get into it. The Elixir reminds me quite a bit of the Intense. Can I get the top off? I'm gonna do a spray comparison to both of these. And I've already smelled it in the store, so I know what it smells like, but I'm gonna do a spray comparison of this one and the Intense version, so I can really give you guys like my honest opinion about it. Okay, most of you by now either have the Intense or you have the original Herb. But again, I was really heartbroken to know that they were discontinued, that they have discontinued this fragrance. But now I understand why. I understand why, because these two are very similar. They're very similar. Okay, so let's get into the notes of the Elixir. All right, so in the Elixir, you have strawberry, you have blackberry, you have jasmine, you have vanilla, you have amber, and you have sandalwood. Okay, now on my skin, because I did spray this on my skin earlier when I went to the store and picked it up, the dry down is amazing, guys. The dry down is everything. The dry down in the Intense is a little sharper in my opinion. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it on my skin because I think spraying it on skin is a little better. I didn't really want to do that because I felt like I would be a little confused about what I'm picking up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just put it on skin. Okay, let's talk about the Elixir first. In the Elixir, I get the same notes as I do in the Intense. I get the berries, okay? I get the strawberries, the blackberries. This one might also have cherry in it. It says red fruits, and it's cherries, red berries, strawberry. So I get more of a cherry note out of the Intense than I do the Elixir. And it's, as it's drying down, like that base is kicking in. The vanilla, the benzoin, the sandalwood. The sandalwood makes this fragrance very like creamy. It's very sweet and creamy. Almost kind of powdery too. But I get more of a cream note out of this fragrance. Could be why the bottle is like a creamy type of pinky color. Okay, it's coming off white on the camera, but this is like a pretty baby pink, okay? Man, I'm reminded of the Intense version, okay? More so Intense, not so much the original, the OG, okay? Now we're gonna go over to the Intense version. Okay, so with this one, it stays very linear. It's very sharp. There's a sharpness in this fragrance, in the base. I think the difference with these two, because they both have benzoin in them, or amber. This has amber, this has benzoin, but amber and benzoin, I believe, come from the same type of resin, okay? So, but they smell different. I think what's really like the difference in the fragrance is gonna be that sandalwood. That sandalwood, in my opinion, makes the biggest difference with these two fragrances. Granted, they are very similar initially, even in the dry down, they are very similar, but the sandalwood in this one just really takes the fragrance in a different direction, okay, than this one. This one, again, is very linear. There's not really much breakdown in the dry down, okay, if I'm making sense. In the Elixir, you get like the Intense, then you get the dry down, and then you get that sweet, creamy, warm vanilla fragrance, you know, smell. So that would be the difference in these two. To be honest with you, if you're someone who is on the fence with this fragrance, like you've been smelling it for a while, you don't know which way you're gonna go, which one you're gonna buy, you like the Intense, right? But you haven't brought yourself to buy it, I would say if you can find it. I would say don't buy the Intense. I would say get the Elixir, because it's gonna give you the same feel as the Intense, but better, in my opinion. Way better. Now, I cannot at this point speak to the longevity or the projection, because I don't want to, even though I did spray it earlier, I don't want to say something and then I find myself going back and switching it up. So what I'm going to do, of course, is revisit this fragrance probably at the end of the month when I talk about my September haul. This probably will be the only fragrance that I buy in September. So we will do a follow-up. I will, you know, spin the block, okay, with this fragrance, and we'll do a follow-up video. I'm gonna wear it for a few days, all day, and then I think I can come back on and give you guys a better opinion when it comes to the projection and the longevity. Now, I can speak briefly. I'll speak briefly about the longevity. I sprayed this at the store, okay, this morning. I sprayed this like at 10 a.m., okay, today in the store, 10:30-ish, okay. Got home, it's 12:30. It was still going, okay, it was still going, but I only sprayed one spray, okay. Y'all know I'm a heavy sprayer and I like to go in with my fragrances. So I'm gonna come back on and at a later day though and give you guys my opinion of the longevity and the projection. I don't know what's going on with these designer brands, because here lately they are cranking out a lot of flankers, and to me it's kind of lazy almost. It's giving me like, you know, they've lost like some creativity in their production or their, you know, producing a fragrance, which is somewhat sad a little bit, because I'm just like, at this point, how many versions of this fragrance do we really need or want is the question. Of course, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to preference and what you like and what you prefer. You know, that's going to really determine which flanker you buy. But I'm going to speak for myself. I'm tired of the flankers, okay? I just put out a video about the newest flanker from YSL, the Lee Parfum. Baby, we tired. I'm tired. I don't care if I don't get another flanker, ever. I'm over it, y'all. I'm over the flankers. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something to just wow me. You know, I don't really care to continue to purchase the same fragrance over and over again, which is kind of what I'm doing. Lord help me. I made a vow to myself. This is going to be this year. Okay, I can't speak for 2023, but as far as 2022, that's it. No more flankers for me. I don't care to buy another flanker. We wrapping it up, okay? I'm wrapping up the flankers. I'm actually gonna put out a video of some of my favorite flankers, and then I'll be done talking about flankers. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you guys can watch that video of some of my favorite flankers. The thing about the flankers is, sometimes for me, I don't like the original release. Like, I'm that girl. Like, I don't care for the original release. They will bring out an intense version or whatever, and then I usually end up going for that one, because more than likely it's gonna be louder, it's gonna have more projection, more longevity, all those good things that I love. And so I usually hold out for the intense version or the flanker, right? Which is what I did basically with this fragrance, with the Her. I just didn't like the original Her, so I held out, not knowing that they were gonna come out with an intense version, but I'm glad they did. Long story short, y'all, ooh child, they making my scalp itch. Long story short, you don't need both of these, okay? You really don't. You don't need both of these. If you can get this one and you can smell it in the store, I think the Macy's I went to still had some intense left, Go to Macy's. Hopefully you can smell the Intense and you can smell the Elixir side by side, and then you guys will make a better decision. Definitely get it on your skin, because I feel like that's gonna really help you make a good decision about which of these damn flankers to buy. Okay, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, comment down below if you have the new Burberry Her Elixir, and let us know how you feel about it. Okay, let us know. All right, if you're into fragrances, if you enjoy my content, maybe you're building a collection, who knows, maybe you're just trying to figure out what to add next, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.